Good morning. I should really put my hair down, shouldn't I? That better? I blow dried this myself. It seems to be working. Anyway, welcome to the Isle of Skye. Look, this is my first glimpse of it because due to a disastrous 13-hour journey, which my friend Jude and I will tell you about later when we've got over our horrendous day and night. Didn't sleep very well. It was all very, very stressful. We've woken up to this. So this is at the bottom of the road where our little guest house is. So I'll quickly show you around and then later we'll tell you about our journey. And it's mild. Thank the Lord. It's not raining, it's not cold, it's grey, but who cares? The scenery on the journey was awesome. When you could see out of the window, one side had filthy windows that you couldn't see through or film through, the other side didn't. Anyway, more of that later. First, your first glimpse of the Isle of Skye if you haven't been here before. We're just outside Portree. Portree? How do you pronounce it? Portree? Okay, I can't do Scottish accents. A 5-minute walk. Okay, more later. That's where we're staying, and that's why I can't tell you the name. Try pronouncing that. Really lovely people and a fabulous breakfast. And here is architecture isn't the prettiest. It's not Cornwall architecture-wise. But look at that sky and those hills and one of many locks. We're going to go on a tour, so we'll take you with us. Is it normally this warm?
When the weather's nice, yeah.
It's beautiful. And look at that view. Don't you think those clouds look like a monster, like a giant bird? Thing flying, like a dragon or something flying on. And shopping. Now, what do you sell here?
Oh, loads of little nice things.
Lots of lovely things, yeah.
Lots of lovely things.
But most importantly,
It's the view.
you're in the way.
Oh, sorry.
Is the view. Look at that, Jude, look.
I know, it's just beautiful. And
Best-
I love the way you've got the seagulls there too, that's beautiful.
They're very popular.
Yeah.
Best view I've seen so far. And Jude is modelling Harris Tweed. I know some of you really wanted to see Harris Tweed. You can tell she used to work in television. She thinks she's on a shopping channel. We are actually in the Tourist Information Centre. This is the Fairy Glen. We've just come all the way. It's absolutely beautiful. Look, it's like something out of Lord of the Rings, except there are too many cars. Why people can't walk like we did is beyond me. Eh, Jude?
It was quite tiring, but we didn't come up here in a bloody four-wheel bloody drive.
Bloody hell.
And they nearly bloody killed us on the bloody
did.
road.
Bloody tourists. We want the Isle of Skye to be car-free unless you live here. Anyway, this is Fairy Glen. We're now going to go for a cuppa, but I did promise to tell you about our disastrous journey to the Isle of Skye from Glasgow, not realising how far it is. We get up and leave the hotel at 7:30. We get to the station and we get on the train at 10:20. We've travelled for an hour. Over to Jude.
Yes, and then they make an announcement. A woman who was a very low talker, could hardly hear her, but anyway, she says, there's a breakdown of something on the track and you have to go back to Glasgow. So another hour back, take over Suzi.
So we go back, so it's 2 hours and we've gone nowhere. And you can't actually, I told you, 30 windows, can't see the scenery properly anyway.
Yep.
So we had lovely brunch in the Ivy.
Yeah, that was the best bit.
Oh, it was. And with another woman we met. And then we managed to get on the 12:22,
Twelve 22, yes.
to And then, horrific, I hated the journey over to Jude.
Well, because we had all these horrible people on it.
All the people who missed the first trek.
And they were all pushing people out of the way to get photos.
It was
and-
mayhem.
Oh, it was horrible.
There was this man with a great big camera, and I very pointedly said, well, I've just got an iPhone if it's good enough for Steven Spielberg, who's just shot a pop video on his iPhone. It's good enough for me. That shut him up. It was mayhem, wasn't it, Jude?
It was.
Really unpleasant.
And then I was so tired. I went to the loo and I forgot to
Shut
lock
the
the
door.
door. And I was just about to pull my pants down and the door.
And that was me and the boring man with the big camera, but we did have
We
a
did
giggle.
all have a laugh.
And then we got the bus. Oh no, then we had to go to Fort. Yes, we got off at Fort William, went and had some food, which was very pleasant,
Very
walked
nice.
around, very touristy but very lovely. Hogwarts train. Look. Look at those hills. Wish we were going on it. We're going to go across the viaduct. Oh, look at it. And then we got on a coach.
But we
for
met a gorgeous boy.
Oh, the boy. I'll show you a
Will.
picture. Ting! There's the picture. The boys seem to love us here.
He
They're
did.
very lovely
They love us.
boys. Anyway, grandmas, you lads. They all seem lovely. It's around 28.
He was
He was just
to say what
gorgeous.
the Aussies say. He was a spunk.
Anyway,
I'll tell you
carry on because they might be falling asleep by now.
Yeah, no, that's enough. You
and
go
then we finally 3 hours later by coach wiggle in the docks. You can't see anything.
Feeling a bit seasick.
Fine.
a bit
Oh,
car sick.
sugar.
Oh, okay.
And finally, we get to Portree on the, where are we?
Skye.
Skye, the Isle of Skye, and they assured us there would be taxis, and there were no taxis, and I had the number from the travel agent, and I rang one, and just as I said, and you've seen the name, I can't pronounce where we're going, some rowdy men in the pub started going, down, 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 and the taxi driver thought I was drunk and hung up. So then we had to beg the owner to come and collect us, and he said, I've only got a van. And we went, I don't care, we'll get in the back of the van over to you.
We got in the back of this white van. By then, of course, we're hysterical and we're going, you know,
So tired.
and so tired. And then he shut the door. It's absolutely pitch black.
Pitch black. All
I mean,
the windows
really.
covered up.
Covered with
foil.
aluminium or something.
Yes.
And we
We
just
thought
lost
it was something out of era.
Yeah.
We were about to be kidnapped and cut up into pieces.
Because I said to him, I hope he's not a serial killer. But anyway, we got there, but we were
got
so
there, but
hysterical. It was just-
13-hour journey. Be warned, it takes a long time to get from Glasgow, whether you go by train, coach, or boat, ferry. It takes ages.
It does.
We now know because
But now
we've looked
we're
at a
here.
proper map.
Now we're here, it's worth it.
It's lovely. It's
gorgeous.
well worth it. You need longer than 3 days, though. Guess what Jude and I have just done? We hitched down, because it's a mile walk and I'm not feeling great today. I've got a bit of a cold. And they thought,
We were joking because we were smiling and sticking our thumbs out, and they probably thought women of their age never hitch. And I said, look, I haven't done this since the 70s in Berkeley in California, but, you know, it would
we
be
need,
nice.
if needs must, because there's we don't want to drive.
No.
There are too many cars up there anyways, you saw earlier, so we thought, let one of the bastards take us home, and they were really nice.
Actually, they were lovely.
Jude, where are you going dressed like this?
I'm just going to breakfast, actually.
You're going to breakfast.
Yes.
Dressed like that.
It's a little bit windy and wet out now.
And meanwhile, your friend and travelling partner is in bed sick with a horrible cold.
We're having a lovely time.
Apart from that,
But we're still laughing, okay?
enjoy breakfast.
Thanks, darling. Well, poor Suze, darling, how are you feeling?
Crap.
Thank God it's the worst day of our entire trip so far. We ain't going nowhere in this
We're not.
weather. So I'm just going to rest up, sneeze a lot, share my germs with poor Jude, and see you later. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I keep saying Innsbruck instead of where we are. Where are we, Jude?
Inverness.
Inverness. Inverness. As you can see, I'm now wearing a hat to keep my brains in. The bad cold has affected my... Well, it's not a bad cold, but it's definitely affected my brains. Say hello, Jude. And we're now in Inverness.
And we're here.
We're very happy and the sun's come out.
Yes.
We had a 3.5-hour journey from the Isle of Skye, and we're now, and it was raining all the way. And oh, this is the River Ness. Ness, it's not Loch Ness. Ness. This is the river. Is this the River Ness? Thank you. It's the River Ness. So obviously connected to Loch Ness. Right, on with the tour. We're only here a couple of days, so I'll give you edited highlights. This is a very special guest house. This is, now if you're coming to Inverness, this is the place to be, because look, not only do you have the lovely Gail, say hi Gail, but you have these amazing doggies. Now which one's yours?
This is my one here. This is Millie.
Millie.
And this is I'm just borrowing this one. This is Daisy.
But they're sisters.
They're sisters, and there were 3 last week.
Oh, look at that
I've got
bed.
this one. Look at this one.
You know why I'm doing this now, Gail? Because it will be such a mess when I unpack.
Yeah,
Well, it won't be. It won't be a
Don't
mess.
forget it, don't forget the Scottish duck.
Oh,
I've got one in every room.
oh,
all
look at the
different.
Scottish duck.
I've got one duck in every room. They're all different.
Oh, people in America will love this. And look at the Scotties, Jude. She's missed the Scotties.
Like the lamp.
She's a Scot. Yes.
The lamp's cute.
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, what were you going to show me about the doggies? Look at these doggies. Oh, yes, bathroom.
Bathroom.
Thoroughly recommend trapped. And how long is it into the centre and the
10
river?
minutes walk.
That's fine. We like.
Let's get the garden.
Oh, the garden. Let's see the garden.
From the window, look.
Let's see the
I've
garden.
not got the fountain on, unfortunately.
I know, I did remark when I came in, what a lovely garden. Nice and
there's
quiet
a hotel
as
opposite
well.
for dinner. Let's go to the other window and see the hotel.
No, I can see it, that's fine.
See it, okay. And this
Hotel opposite
this
for
room
dinner.
This room can take
We'll
4.
try that for dinner.
This room can
What?
take 4 because I've got camp beds. you see.
Oh, I
There's
see.
one folded up.
And there are lots of other rooms that I think everybody, apparently most of the visitors here are from America. So for all of you over there, I think you'll love it. Oh, that's a nice bathroom. And here's another one. They're all very clean, quiet and warm. And everything's been thought of that you could possibly need. Complete with a bowl of sweeties by the bed. Oh, look at this magnificent beast. This is Jude and my walk. Now, you come out of the B&B, lovely Gail's place, and then you walk down. Well, come at this time of the year, beginning of October. Beautiful fall leaves. Autumn to us English. Look at the colours. Of course, where Jude's from, it's not autumn or fall.
It's spring.
But
It's
that's...
raining again.
Oh, don't tell me. That's the best They're the best seasons, aren't they?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm jigging the camera, but we're on a bouncy bridge. Oh my God, it's like being in an airplane with... Oh! There's the castle. Sorry if I'm making you feel sick. More Harris tweed. Look how gorgeous this is. Lovely. Thank you, Jude. So this is, what's this called? Great place. The House of Fraser. Just perfect for all things Scottish. Look at these colours. Just beautiful. Jude and I are actually eating in a Scottish pub. Jude, what are you eating?
I'm eating salmon with local salmon with roast potatoes and vegetables.
It's local.
And it looks yummy.
And the carnivore here is eating wild venison with truffle something potatoes. Yum. Oh, yum, yum, yum. We're having such a lovely time in Inverness. Look what Jude and I have found. It's a carving of Nessie made from a tree and a walk we thoroughly recommend.
In Inverness.
You walk right to the end of the islands. Just ask anyone, where do I walk along the river to the end of the islands? And this is the end of the islands. But we're not going... And Nessie awaits you, Jude's saying. But don't come on a day of a marathon, because we now can't cross the river and walk along the other side because there are thousands of people. How's Nessie?
She's lovely, very comfortable actually.
Hello. Sorry, I'm using you as a mirror again. I hope you enjoyed that. We had a brilliant time. I'm sorry you didn't see much, but dirty windows on the train, so you couldn't actually film easily. Also, it was my holiday, so I really enjoyed not thinking, oh, I must do this, I must do that, I must put this on Instagram. You know how it is. So sorry there wasn't as much as there could have been. I might do a blog. I haven't done a blog for a very long time. Sorry, I seem to have lost that side parting, haven't I? I haven't done a blog for a very long time. I don't think many people nowadays can be bothered to read things forever, but I will when I've got time. It might be when I'm in Australia. Do a whole blog on it, because I've got so much advice I can give you about travelling around Scotland, what to do and what not to do. So keep your eye out for that. I will alert you as soon as possible, if and when. But yes, I would say after that trip, it's just a stunning, most beautiful country. The people are just lovely. I always remember Glaswegians as being particularly the friendliest people in the world. Well, you know what I mean. The food was great. In hindsight, everywhere we went, the hotel was fantastic. In Glasgow, the B&Bs were both really, really lovely. The only complaint with the first B&B, the white van incident, is that we were told by the travel agent that it was a shared bathroom, and we thought that meant out in the corridor. We went, oh, that's fine, it's only a few nights. It was in one of our bedrooms, and it was in mine because I always wee so much in the night, except only once. It was a complete nightmare because my lovely friend who I was travelling with gets up even earlier than me and woke me up in the morning showering at 6 a.m. So it was a little bit of a mare for both of us. I mean, I felt really sorry for her as well because she had to keep creeping in so as not to disturb me. So we were annoyed about that. The train well, that's nobody's fault, but that first breakdown so that we lost half a day in the Isle of Skye was annoying. The train strikes were very annoying, having to go by bus. But all in all, what a beautiful place. And I will go again. I actually want to go to the Shetlands Film Festival. Then I can combine two of my passions, Scotland and films. What do you think? Let me know if any of you live up there or you've been there or whatever. I want to do different things next year. I don't know whether it's because of getting, you know, back to normal after COVID and the depressing time we're all having all over the world, but especially in the UK, with our lovely government. Yes, let's not get political, but especially in the UK, because of our living crisis and all the rest of it. It's bad, isn't it? So I just thought, especially having seen the Sue Perkins documentary, new series on Netflix. Anyone seen it? Oh my God. I tweeted her immediately and got an answer. Wonderful woman. Anyway, she took off for South America. Okay, she's a lot younger than me, but she took off for South America and did really dangerous things that would be illegal here. And at the end of the program, I thought, I'm putting La Paz in Bolivia on my bucket list. It was just so amazing there. So yes, I've decided next year, money permitting, Jack permitting, is the year of adventure. Not doing anything dangerous, but doing things I've never done before instead of going to the same old places and doing the same old thing. Right, what was I going to tell you? My advice would be, sorry, this isn't at all eco and slow travel. The reason we went with these people, byways, was because the epitome of slow travel. But the slow travel was the horrific part, and that's not their fault, and it's not Scotland's fault because it's happening everywhere in the UK. But I would definitely recommend that you fly to Glasgow or Inverness, which we loved. I mean, you've got to do Edinburgh and Glasgow if you're coming from America. The trip from Glasgow by car to the, oh God, I've forgotten what it was called for a minute, to Skye, would be absolutely amazing by car. And the trip from Skye to Inverness. So I would get a car, even though we hated the four-wheel drives nearly running us over. But, you know, if you're into walking, you just park your car and walk. It was just gorgeous. So that would be my top advice. And I'll put the names of my favourite places below, as usual. Oh, and the other thing that was really sad, I shall put a picture up here now. Bing! The only hairy cattle that Scotland is so famous for that I ever saw. I wanted to get up close and personal. But that was the only one I saw from the train. Saw a few from the train, but very few. And every time I asked someone, they said, well, there aren't any round here. And they used to be. Sorry, stop it. They used to be. And finally, we met somebody who knew about these things. And he said that they can't afford to farm them anymore. They're very expensive animals. So that's why. Oh, it's just sign of the times, isn't it? Everything is just going down the pan. So that's the only other thing. What else did I want to say? Oh, that's it, really? No, that's it. Sorry, shopping. How could I forget clothes? So what did I buy in Scotland? Harris tweed. So those are for my, isn't it beautiful? For my glasses. It's a bit tight, that's the only thing. I'm going to have to do that a lot. But that's real Harris tweed. Oh, that's Jack. He's been very naughty today. He's completely back to normal. And the other thing I bought, don't ask me what we were doing in TK Maxx in Inverness, but we went to TK Maxx in Inverness and I was travelling really light. So this was quite difficult to get squashed up into my small carry-on size. Whoops. Oh, yes, carry-on. Did I tell you British Airways staff gave me this top tip, which I've now seen on. This isn't the right sweater for this outfit. Just boring round the house jeans. But you could imagine it with a contrasting colour. Doesn't look that great, does it? You see, I always look on there and think, It's a gorgeous sweater though. I think it would look much better with black shirt and black trousers, or stand up straight, or bright red, or we'll find something. I don't think I'm wearing the best thing for this, but I just wanted to show it to you. Yes, top tip from BA Stewardess. She looked at my little case, which was carry-on, but it was quite a lot of stuff in it. And she said, well, carry it on. And I went, but you sure? And she said, yes. I said, but I've got a backpack and a handbag. And she said, no, go to duty free and get something small and get a big bag off them, and then put your handbag in the duty free. You're allowed to carry on an extra carrier bag from duty free. So there's my top tip for UK airports, my sweets. And so I did that, and it was a great success, except when I got through security, because they obviously x-rayed, and I completely forgot that albeit tiny, all my little bottles were in my wash bag, which was in the suitcase, because I thought I was going to go, put it in the hold. So that was hilarious. Anyway, she was very sweet, and we had a good old laugh, and she went through everything. Anyway, look, isn't that cute? And because it was TK Maxx, it was originally French Connection, and it was half price. Bargain! 35 quid or something, and it's beautiful. This is all because of the heating and the fuel prices. I think I might need more sweaters. And this, you see, I wouldn't have bought that if I'd known I've got this and all the other ones upstairs. Would you like a sweater show? A warm clothes show? Maybe do that next month. But I got this. I'm a member of the orange. Sorry, I'm standing chairs in completely the wrong place. Doesn't that look better than the cream? The cream was with completely the wrong colours. But look how well it goes with the jeans. I think that, yes, that's the other thing. If you're posing, always put your hands in your pocket and thrust everything up and out. It always looks so much better than standing like this or like this. Oops. Sorry, I'm going mad. It's Friday afternoon. I'm desperate. Oh dear, Skye looks very black. Desperate to take Jack for another walk. He's desperate to eat. So I'm going to finish there. Don't know how that looks. I'll probably edit it tomorrow morning so it's ready for you on Sunday, and then think, oh my God, what have I done? Mind you, this was free. Sorry, it's from Sainsbury's. It was free. I forgot to tell you that bit. So that's 2 clothing. Sainsbury's, orange circle. Sorry, I haven't quite gone. I just wanted to show you, I'll leave these on. I just wanted to show you how much better this sweater looks. Here I am. Without the collar poking out. But I also, because I forgot, I wanted to tell you that Jack is completely back to normal, and Socks the Fox is still growing with that big bushy tail. So they're both doing fine. Thank you for asking. Thank you for your lovely comments. And I really am going now. See you very soon.